Why in the world would MOZA Racing come up with the AB6 base? And hear me out as I'm thinking out loud. I say this as I've been thoroughly enjoying the AB9 base with the MH16 flight stick, of course, from the last almost 2 years. Pretty much every flight has been dependent on this joystick. Now MOZA reached out to me a few weeks ago and said, hey, give this AB6 a try and see what you think. So that's the topic for today, and hope you're all doing great. Before anything, welcome back to the channel. So today, officially, I've got something pretty interesting on the desk. The MOZA AB6 Flight Simulator Bundle. It's a bundle that pairs 6 Nm direct drive base with a fighter stick inspired with claims of high precision, immersive control, broad simulator compatibility, and that's what we're going to find out. I'm going to unpack this, hook it up, fly it, and see if it actually delivers or if it's just a hype. Now when the bundle arrived, I noticed right away how compact the base is. On aluminum housing, it's almost 3 kgs, 2.95 to be specific. Inside the box, you have the force feedback base, MHG flight stick, a desk lamp, power supply, data cable, toolkit, and a manual. Let's talk about the build. It's a build that is similar to the AB9 base. Solid, metal housing, textured components. Now the stick has multiple buttons, which always helps, Hall effect hat switch, and seems built for more than just casual flying. No flashy branding, no over-the-top packaging, just a gear that says, I want to perform. I'm going to compare this with the AB9 base and the MH16 stick because I have this from almost 2 years. Setup and installation, getting the setup on the desk was fairly straightforward. The base has a desktop clamp included. You can also hard mount it later if you want. I plugged it in, launched the MOZA Cockpit software, which I pretty much use this every time. Configure the profile. Now the site says it supports MSFS 2020-2024, explain, DCS and more. Now the initial setup includes calibrating axis, assigning stick buttons, setting force feedback profiles, and the 6 Nm torque means you're not getting lazy inputs and that feedback is good. Let's talk about the in-sim experience. Now first time I hopped into MSFS and used the AB6 bundle, you can get resistance when turning in heavy aircraft, the stick switches and the hat felt responsive. Now the bundle shines when you start noticing subtle things. It's important. The stick grip feels comfortable for long sessions. The hat switch is precise. Base holds strong when you put the pressure into inputs. Example, during turbulent banking, I switched to a more agile aircraft later on and swapped to fighter-style commands. Buttons around the stick made it easier and the flexibility is a strong point. Now let's talk about what this unit can deliver. Force feedback base, that is pretty much obvious with MOZA these days. That 6 Nm claim is noticeable. You feel the weight of the maneuvers, smart stick controls, Hall effect hat switch, many programmable buttons so you can pretty much program anything you like. Mount options comes with a desk lamp, but design supports full rig mount. Software customization, MOZA Cockpit welcomes you to tune, torque, damping, button mapping, lighting. Now what do we need to consider? This isn't a small desk accessory, but frankly my desk is good enough. You'll want some room and a good mount. Premium feels, premium cost. If you only fly casually, you might not use all of its features. Now while compatibility is broad, you'll need to spend a little time with software to tailor profiles. And if you fly only one type of aircraft, say GA, the fighter-inspired stick might be an overkill. Now, how is this compared to the AB9 base with the MH16 or the Airbus stick for that matter? Now, firstly, the AB9 is the higher-end variant of this line. Beautifully done again, and my to-go unit for almost every flight. Simple reason, very simple. I have a limited desk space, even though I fly a Cessna, Airbus, or a Boeing. Yep, you heard it right, a Boeing. I prefer to use a stick. The most easiest way to answer this is because of the size of the unit. So it's beautiful, heavier force feedback compared to the AB6, plus one more important detail. This is modular. Keep this in mind. Very important. And why is this important? Well, I just don't like to use this as a flight stick. I use this as a gear shifter when I truck sim. Mostly I truck sim on ATS or ETS, and rarely I race. So it comes with its own beautiful variants of gear shifters. That's why I like it and respect it, as it offers you value for what you pay for. Well, MOZA Racing, what I think did was simple. To meet the market needs of consumers who can probably begin flight simming with a lesser budget in mind. I don't think I should say lesser budget, probably a starting point, because this is selling for $400, AB9 is sold for $600. It's actually $560. But the market has been split this way, and I don't blame what MOZA did. What do I think about the AB6? Again, this is perfect for someone who wants to start flight simming, and as simple as that. Now, although the AB6 has all these bells and whistles on the features I mentioned, I would still sort of gravitate personally towards the AB9 base, and here's why. It has more power, more force feedback that I really kind of enjoy on every flight, and that's what I need individually. I'm sure you would do it as well. But MOZA is a bit clever in this regard because they're trying to invite another type of category into the market who have a slightly limited budget. Not for someone who's on the starting point of beginning to flight sim, you might think of this option. Now, I like the idea of AB6 base. It has all these options: force feedback base, smart stick controls, mounting options, software customization, and not as huge as AB9, so keep that in mind. The AB6 is smaller compared to the AB9, and if you're someone who wants to commit and begin on flight simming, that means airliners, GAs, fighters, helicopters, the MOZA AB6 bundle is definitely a good solution. It gives you both a strong base, a versatile stick in a ready-to-go package. And it's not perfect for everyone, especially if your setup is minimal or you fly casually. But for the right user, I'll be using this in upcoming flights, so stay tuned on how it holds up long term. Thank you for watching. If this helped you decide whether the AB6 bundle is for you, drop a like or comment with your current setup and tell me what you think. Subscribe if you want more hands-on flight sim gear reviews, and until next time, happy flying folks.